This story has all the signs of a real alien encounter. Mysterious craft, strange symbols, a woman who didn't belong, and it happened over 200 years ago. With today's headlines full of UAP sightings and governments finally admitting what they've denied for decades, you'd think we've seen it all. But when I came across this case, I was stunned. I couldn't believe it wasn't more widely known. Could this be the first alien contact ever recorded? Sure, the ancient Sumerians wrote of sky gods and flying ships, but this account? This is different. It's eerie. It's specific. And it might be the most overlooked encounter in history. What if a quiet Japanese fishing village accidentally witnessed something not of this world? Let's go deeper. This is the mystery of the Itsuro-Bune. In the year 1803, nearly 2 centuries ago, a strange vessel washed ashore on the coast of Japan. Inside it was a woman with pale skin, red hair, and inscriptions no one could read. Was it an alien encounter? A misunderstood foreigner? Or something far more sinister that has been deliberately erased from history? In a remote coastal village of Haratono Hama, in Hitachi Province, what is now modern-day Ibaraki Prefecture, Japan, Japanese fishermen reportedly discovered an object drifting in the sea. To them, it was about 3.3 meters high. It was a circular craft made of red sandalwood and metal. It was hollow, round like a pot, and sealed with metal bands. It had windows of crystal-like glass and strange symbols etched into the walls. But what was truly perplexing was not the exterior, it was what was inside. It was someone they had never seen before. An unfamiliar woman holding a mysterious box. This woman was beyond ordinary. She appeared to be 18 or 20 years old. Pale skin, fiery red hair, eyebrows painted white. She wore strange clothes made of unknown fabric and clutched tightly to a box she refused to let go of. Her language was unlike anything spoken in Japan. Who was she? What was she doing in the middle of the ocean in this strange vessel? What was in the box? Is this a folklore tale? Or could this be one of the earliest documented accounts of a close encounter? Many of these questions still baffle researchers and historians to this day. So let's get right into it and investigate what the ancient text really said. The account appears in 2 primary sources during the Edo period. The Edo period was from 1603 to 1868 in Japan, also known as the Tokugawa period. According to these Edo period records, the vessel was called Itsuro-Bune, literally, a hollow boat. It was described in astonishing detail in the Toen Shosetsu, Ume no Chiri, and Hyoryu Kishu. It resembled a metallic, round, disc-shaped vessel nearly 12 feet wide and 7 feet high. It consisted of metallic panels, glass windows, and unfamiliar inscriptions and symbols written inside the hull. Inside the vessel, the walls were reportedly covered in unknown writing. Experts say these resembled no known Japanese, Chinese, or Sanskrit script at the time. But one remarkable coincidence relating to the event is that a 20th century researcher noticed something astonishing. The symbols tend to bear resemblance to symbols seen on modern UFO crash sites and ancient cave paintings. Interesting. But what about the woman? She was described as very beautiful, with white skin and red hair. She wore unfamiliar clothing and clutched a square box she refused to let anyone touch. Some villagers believed she was an exiled princess. Others feared she was a supernatural being. Now, here's where the event gets darker. After her discovery, the villagers debated what to do. At the moment, the locals were afraid under the circumstances of the time. They feared punishment, reprisal from the shogunate, Tokugawa. Also, the fear of superstition or the supernatural of this unknown being. So, they did the only thing they could. They decided to return her to the sea and never look back. After that moment, no one ever saw her again, and no further official records ever followed. But what we know from these written accounts has created much debate on what the locals described and what they really perceived during the occurrence. Is it fiction or real? There's a tradition in Japanese oral history of encoding real events within parable-like stories. While some call them folklore, others argue they were attempts to document real local events. But that doesn't automatically make them fiction. So, what if this wasn't a lone incident? What if she was a messenger? Just a foreigner? Or worse, maybe she came with a warning, a prophecy? Could be. Here are some theories to these questions that have been lingering since the encounter. Number 1. A Russian castaway. During the 1800s, Japanese isolationist policy, sakoku, was strict. Any foreign arrival was treated with suspicion. It's possible the woman was Russian or European, washed ashore and mistaken for something supernatural. But that doesn't explain the saucer-shaped vessel, glass-like panels, and the copper bottom of the vessel. Also, the language no interpreter could decipher. Number 2. Folklore and fantasy. Skeptics suggest the Itsuro-Bune story is a blend of old folklore, perhaps based on the legend of Urashima Taro, who is the protagonist of a Japanese fairy tale, Otogi Banashi, and a perceived local superstition. But hang on, she was clutching to a box that no one could touch or open. So, what about the box? What was in it? Was it a memento, a sacred relic, or a beacon? No one knows till this day. Just only speculation and conjectures of what it could be. 3. An ancient UFO encounter. Everything about the Itsuro-Bune matches descriptions of modern UFOs. A saucer shape, advanced materials, a humanoid being with unusual features, and communication barriers. It may be one of the earliest recorded alien visitations in history. Interestingly enough, the Itsuro-Bune Incident wasn't widely disseminated by the Tokugawa regime. There's a possibility it was suppressed due to fear of foreign influence, or something else entirely. Researchers continue to investigate the descriptions of the Itsuro-Bune vessel as comparisons to other detailed UFO events. The vessel itself bears striking similarities to modern UFO sightings, a metallic, saucer-shaped vessel with windows and with unknown markings or symbols. Also, these reports were documented 144 years before the Roswell incident, which is incredible. As research continues, in 2009, Japanese officials quietly declassified parts of their own investigations into historical UFO sightings. Interestingly enough, there was no mention of the Itsuro-Bune incident. The omission raises a new question. Are we looking at an ancient UFO event that modern governments already knew about? Or do they believe it did not happen? Maybe they know more than they are letting on and are determined to keep this information as folklore or myth. Possibly. Today, the Itsuro-Bune story is nearly forgotten. It's tucked away in obscure manuscripts, overshadowed by modern-day UFO sightings. But in Japan, some coastal villages still whisper the tale of the sea princess from the sky. They say she was no ghost, but something else. Could the woman in the hollow ship be the missing link in the timeline of extraterrestrial encounters? Or was she something even stranger, a time traveler, a hybrid, a warning from another world? Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain. She came from the sea and vanished into myth. So, what do you believe the truth behind the Itsuro-Bune really is? Drop your theory in the comments below. Folklore, cover-up, or first contact? What do you think? Until the next one, remember, stay curious.